Hello everyone, I hope you guys are well. In this video we're going to be making delicious plantain eto. Okay guys, stay tuned. Hi guys, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe by clicking that red button and give this video a thumbs up. It really does help me out a lot. And turn on your notification bell so you don't miss another upload from me. Okay guys, let's get right into it. So I'm gonna start off by roasting some peanuts. In this recipe I use gari to roast it, but you can use sand, you can use cornmeal, anything that you have available really that's a bit powdery that would help the peanuts roast evenly. So I didn't give you guys a detailed I guess recipe. There's not really a recipe for roasting peanuts, but I guess the whole process I didn't really show you everything. So basically all I did is put some water on fire, got it to boil completely, added a little bit of salt, added my peanuts in there for like 2 minutes, and then I drained the water out, and then I dried the peanuts for about an hour or so under the fan. And then once my gari got a little bit hot, I turned down my fire to medium, and then I added my peanuts in there, and then I cooked it for about 20 minutes, and then it was basically ready. The way that I was able to tell that it was ready was by peeling the skin and looking at the peanut itself to see if it was looking like it was a little bit roasted, and that's how you know that it's done. If you're making the same quantity, then it should take the same amount of time. The quantity I made was about 500 grams. The recipe I use is actually by Sweet Ajali. So if you guys want a detailed recipe, then you can find Sweet Ajali's recipe. The only difference is she used cornmeal, not gari. I use gari to fry mine. So yeah, that was how I made my peanuts. I'll link it in the description box below for you guys. Actually, that will make it easier if you want to check out how to make peanuts. Otherwise, you can just buy it, from the shop roasted already. That will save you a lot of time. There's no need for you to go through this whole thing. Anyway, for the main recipe for my plantain eto, I'm going to grab one medium-sized onion, and I'm going to peel it, and then I'm going to slice it. And then I'm going to grab a second one, which is going to be a smaller onion, and then I'm going to dice that one because we're going to be grinding it, so we need it to be small so it's easier to grind. Okay, I don't know if I introduced the recipe to you guys, but we're making plantain eto. Okay guys, this is delicious. Okay, it's so good. It's basically mashed plantain, but there's so much flavor because there's onions, there's habanero, there's palm oil, there's peanuts. Like, it's so good. You can use yam in place of the plantain if you prefer. You can completely eliminate the peanuts if you're allergic to it, and it will still taste just as good. Okay guys, so yeah, this is a delicious thing that my grandma used to make for us all the time, and I love it so much. And today I was craving it, so I was like, let me share my recipe with you guys. Anyways guys, so here I'm just grinding my habaneros with my onions together. You can use a blender for this if it's easier for you. It's actually pretty easy grinding this when you freeze the habaneros before you put them in here. So that's exactly what I did. So it took me like maybe 3 minutes to grind this whole thing. It didn't take very long at all. And onions are pretty easy to grind. You can add your salt at this point if you prefer, but I didn't add any salt at this point. I added my salt a little bit later on. So I grounded it to this consistency, and then we're going to move on to our next ingredient, which is our main ingredient, plantains. So ripe plantains is what I'm going to be using in this. If the plantains are not too ripe, it's actually better. So if they're a little bit on the green side, it's better. But this is what I had available, so I had to make use for it. These are small size plantains. They're not big at all. I'm going to show you I think I already did show you what it looked like. It's not that big at all. So I'm just going to peel it, cut it into two, and I'm going to steam the plantain. So usually the regular method, you boil the plantain, but as I said, generally the plantain is a little bit on the greener side, but because mine is quite ripe, I don't want it to get any more mushy than it already is, so I'm going to steam it instead of boil it. Okay, so basically I put my plantains in a sieve. I filled a different silver bowl with water, and then I'm going to put that bowl on fire and put the sieve on top of the bowl and then cover it and let it cook. I let mine cook for about 15 minutes and it was perfectly done. So guys, this is what my peanuts is looking like after I've taken off the skin. It tasted so good. The other ingredients you're going to need is some palm oil. Okay, so after 15 minutes I came back, opened my plantains, and here we are. It's soft, it's well done, and it's ready to be grounded. Okay, so now I'm going to transfer my plantains into my pepper and my onion mixture, and I'm going to ground it all together so we can have a thorough, soft, delicious, flavorful mixture. Okay, so basically I grounded everything together, and then I had this like really soft mixture. So this is what it looked like once I had done that. And then I added some salt at this point to taste, because I didn't add any salt when I was cooking the plantain, and I haven't added any salt up until this point. So I just added the salt. You can add as much salt as you want. I'll leave the exact recipe in the description box below so it's easier. I added a few of the groundnuts and then I grinded it into the mixture as well. So just grind it to the consistency that you prefer. I prefer mine to be quite smooth. If you want yours chunky, you can go for it, you know. You can customize it to however you prefer, okay? So this is what it looks like right now. The next thing I'm going to do is put 4 tablespoons of palm oil into a hot pan, allow it to melt, and then I'm going to add my sliced onions and let it cook for about 2 minutes or so before I take it off the fire. You guys can use less oil if you prefer, but this is a good amount for me. This is quite a simple dish, but it tastes so good because there's so many flavors that are being like merged together. Like there's no extra spices or anything like that. All you need is some salt, some chili, and some onions. It's quite natural, very traditional to Ghanaians. I'm not sure what part of Ghana this food comes from. I'm not sure if it's the Ashantis or I don't know, but my grandma is from Kwewu, and this is something she used to make for us all the time. And I guess people make foods from different tribes all the time as well, you know, even though they might not be from there. So I couldn't tell you where this food is native to. If you guys know, leave it in the comment section below so I know. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to cook my onions for a little bit so it's a little bit soft, and then I'm going to pour it all over my mashed plantains, guys, and then we're nearly done. This doesn't take long at all. Within about half an hour you can have a whole meal ready, okay? And it's delicious and worth every minute of your time. So I'm going to pour my red oil all over my plantain, and then I'm going to mix it all together. Once I've added all that in, my food is basically ready. So this is just the garnishing. Although this all adds to the taste of it, it's not really essential. You can eliminate it. The main meal is done. So I added some of my roasted peanuts, the rest of my cooked onions, and I've added in 2 eggs. Some people add avocado to it. Avocado is lovely with it as well. I just didn't have any available. So yeah, guys, this is my delicious plantain eto. I hope you try it out, okay? Let's go ahead and taste the food. Guys, here is what I've made. Plantain eto. You can use yams for this. It's delicious, guys. You guys have to try it. So let's try this one together. I'm just gonna tease you a little bit. Gonna dig in for some plantain along with some peanuts. Let's get a little onion here and You guys, this is so good. There's something about plantains and peanuts that just goes so well together, and this has a bit of a kick from the habaneros and the onion that I grinded in there. It is so good, you guys. I'm so glad I made this. I really hope you guys try it out. Let me know what you think about it. If you guys have any recipe recommendations, let me know. I'm gonna go enjoy this. Don't forget to follow your bliss. Now life is short. Follow your bliss. Na nipa ye den. Follow your bliss. Na die besi biya ye. And follow your bliss. Na den ne mada. Take care, guys. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.